is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me.
Finally coming to you live, drama queen on the rise, on time. Here we go, step back and let me flow. Count my blessings, that's real. Motivation and skill. Podcast, social media, YouTube. I hope a meal giving everybody cold like I got the chill. Taking trips across the world, no stress, just to chill. Lay back, feet up, grinding 24 with no sleep. I'm Lady Luscious and I'm here all week. Hey, so tune in, 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 tune in. So tune in, tune in, so tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. Hey. What it do, Drama Queens? How y'all doing today? This is your girl, Drama Queen Luscious, on this beautiful day. I am not even going to tell y'all what day it is because I don't even know when I'm going to be dropping this video. But we're going to get into it. Today, I'm gonna call my podcast today, I'm going to call it Mike and Problems. Because it seemed like he need his own show, everybody, okay? He just need his own segment. And he got a lot going on. And I'm gonna tell y'all who Mike is, you know. He's a good friend of mine. You know, we grew up, we had our e-course days, and you know, we had a lot of fun times. His sister Michelle, we always just had such a great time outside in the parks and chasing down the ice cream man when it was like $1. Stuff was like $1. So, you know, me and Mike go way back. You know, we talk on the phone a lot still to this day. And a lot of people always really be asking, like, how do you maintain a relationship, a family, you know, and just have a friend also. So I just kind of want to get into that, this podcast, kind of just bringing him up on board. And, you know, he's been listening to my podcast for a while, ever since they first dropped, you know, starting with professionalism. I've always be able to talk to him about the podcast before they actually drop. So I do have a few people in my corner that I'm like, you know, before this podcast drop, how do you feel about it? Me and Mike are always conversing, whether I'm going to just pick up some barbecue for the kids or something. I'm on the phone with them, okay, y'all? We be talking like two females. So with further notice, I want to say hello, Mike.
Hello, Keisha.
How you doing?
You doing all right today?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming out. You know, you didn't have to do this. You could have been like, I ain't about to have my face on no podcast, you know. So what we're going to talk about is your problems.
I just jump right to it.
We're going to talk about your problems. So, you single?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And like I said, you know, we maintain being friends still, even with me in relationships, because Mike been in my life since I was like 13, 14 years old. He's always been a good friend to me. So, like, how do you feel with the relationships? Like, how do you feel like dating been for you? Because I found my man. So why you ain't find your woman? Like, what's going on?
As I got older, you know, when I was younger, I think everybody would like a relationship, but I guess it's the type of relationship everybody was looking for. Was is for me. I'm really not a party type person. You know, really not a out. You know, go out every weekend type person. So
Yeah, I get that.
and that's what seemed like what's going on.
So how
Like a
do you
lot
want to
of
say
people
your
don't
age?
be focused. Like they just go out party.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of huge
Tell them how old you is, because you sound like you old right now. Tell them I'll go out and party.
30.
See?
I'll be
He only
31
30.
in September. And the Virgo.
Okay. People always got to say something smart about them Virgos. What you always hear, like when you tell a woman I'm a Virgo, what she normally say?
Smack the lips behind. I really still don't know what that means. Like I tell everybody else, I don't believe in that. So it's not give you, you know, you can't blame your zodiac sign. So I really don't believe that it's your zodiac sign. That's the reason why I am like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, I get it because it has a lot to do with your raising. Like we was talking at one time, your background, your raising,
That is
your
understandable, but a
race,
lot of people ain't gonna say that. They be like, oh, it's just my zodiac
zodiac
sign.
sign,
Like,
right? And
no,
sometimes it's just your raising. It's really who you are as a person. Like, don't try to play that. It's who you are. So I get it. Okay, so do you feel like in the dating world, like what is your pet peeve there? Like do you have like something like when you approaching like a woman or something, what's something that you hate? Because I know some men be like, I don't like a woman with too much makeup or weave, but what is something that you hate?
That it depends on the situation.
Mhm.
I do hate loud. When we in public, I hate loud, ratchet females.
Mhm.
That don't know how to act and behave. I
Mhm.
hate that with anybody, I guess, male or female.
Mhm.
When we out in public, at least you should know how to behave yourself. You should be able to know how to control your liquor if you're gonna drink.
Yeah.
With the females, I guess they come with respect and all of that stuff.
What about these moochers? Because I see a lot of women that's on social media talking about they want a man to take care of them and they want, this fantasy life. And
I believe that you gotta do that yourself before somebody else can step in. So
mhm.
if you really don't have a 9 to 5 or a 40 hour plus
Or a
job a
hustle.
week, like like
Something.
something going
Yeah.
on, like you a school part time man working, nah, just shut up
Well, how
until
about
you
this
get
one? Like some women, they do have that. Then when they get with a man, they just
your
completely,
head
yeah, you see what I'm
lose it
saying?
all, or
Yeah, they just
still
stop.
overwork.
Right. Yeah.
Still, that's being lazy.
Yeah, I definitely agree because even being a quote unquote independent woman, it's okay to have help. It's okay but see, it's a build. It wasn't just always like that in my relationship. Like, for me standing as a woman that had, relationships in the past, you have to build to that point. You can't
A
just
lot of people
expect.
don't want to build.
They
They
don't want to
want to
build.
just come right in
Yep. And it
and
doesn't work
start
like
and
that.
set up. Like,
Yeah, like if you buy me something, I'm gonna buy you something. If you do something for me, I'm gonna do something for you. I don't like selfish.
they be over there all about me, 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 me. What
Right.
you gonna do for me today?
Yep.
What you gonna do for me today?
Yep.
Right when you be like, well, what you gonna do for me? They're like, oh,
And you ain't giving up none, ladies. You can't
yeah.
be like that. Even if you is giving up something, sometimes that ain't just all it is. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have something a little bit more. I would rather for a woman to build with a man than to just, cause think about it, if you don't build nothing, then what is your point? Y'all ain't gonna be together for long.
Nope, I was about to say we're
Yeah.
gonna build together. And like at the end
Mm-mm.
of the day, like, well, I technically ain't got to do nothing for you because I was already
I
secure
already was
before I
right.
met you.
Right. I
So,
already had my business, sweetie.
mm-hmm. I was about to say if
$400
I'm already
wig.
set before I meet you, like there's nothing we can build on.
Mm-hmm.
Besides sex, there's nothing there.
Exactly. There's nothing
Most of the
there.
time, they can't even hold a conversation. So,
And you know what? That
out.
part is weird to me because I know what you're saying because it be them women that's real shy and timid. Like, or they be all loud on the phone and text
Mm-hmm.
messages. But then when you get in person, she talking about some she don't eat in front of men. You ever had one of them?
Mm-hmm.
She don't eat in front of men.
Like shy and all that stuff, like it's bullshit. Once again, like I'm sorry, but like I'm saying, it depends on because they be saying that I guess in front of certain people, shit.
Yeah,
In
I
front
don't
of
eat.
somebody else, and they'd be licking a plate.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't care for that. But ladies, I understand because some women be like, I want to see if he's worthy. I want to see if he's this and that. But see, that's why you have to set aside your own personal goals as a woman and say that if this man comes in, that's a plus. But I can already handle this on my own. I can
people
already
have
build. Hmm.
a bunch of false hopes.
Yeah,
Like this, he gotta have all of this.
yeah,
And they be like, no, but he might not have all
yeah.
of
He
it, but
might
he
not have
got
all
like
of it.
5, 6 things on the other side.
That's
Like,
good.
nope, he gotta have all 12. Or I ain't
See,
like, well,
yeah, and then it's like you gotta understand your most important ones. Like my most important ones, number one is respect. You gotta have respect for yourself and me. Because if I put something over respect, then everything else could just,
somebody else's number one thing might be fashion.
it could be. But see, they
So
ain't gonna like me.
everybody, yeah, I was about to say
I
everybody.
shop at Route 21. You ain't gonna like me, sweetie.
Man.
I don't know what a Balenciaga. Don't ask me to spell that word. Don't you ask me to spell that word. Sweetie, I was still getting packed here a couple years ago. I ain't had no bundles and I don't know when. Shout out to Afterpack. You got me messed up. You got me messed up. Okay, because I'm not doing that. Like I said, it's one of those things where I have been. You know what, Mike? It's so crazy that you just brought this up. That it wasn't even supposed to be a part of this conversation, y'all. But fashion is a good one with relationships. I literally used to get dodged in high school because I wore packed hair and I wore baby fat jeans with the boots with the fur. I literally got curved. Men was like, "You are so beautiful and you just outspoken," but you wear rockaware. I'm like, Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? I was confused. No, I literally got dodged because of the things I used to wear. And now it's like I walk around with some type of expensive purse. You turning people's heads.
It's crazy. People are materialistic.
So do people ever look at you like he ain't got no Gucci on or something? Do you feel that way?
Yes.
You
I
feel
do
that way?
know that.
Wow.
Do your Monday through Friday. Like I be telling my family, Monday through Friday, I will look like a crazy looking man. Like, cause I don't
But you be
wear
working.
my
You be working though. Yeah, I
I don't
understand
wear
that.
my fresh or good clothes to work, so I wear
Mhm.
like regular, crazy, half torn up stuff to work.
Mhm.
Like when I be getting off, sometimes they be looking at me sideways. But I do
Mhm.
notice, like on the weekends,
Mhm.
when I jump fresh and all that stuff, I see the same people in the area. Like,
Looking at you.
okay,
Yeah.
like
Right.
I don't never see him like that Monday
Mhm.
through Friday. Like, well, that's because I be working. You don't
Right.
see me after work.
And that's the same thing with some women. At times I look crazy. Depending on the job. Like I'll keep myself up. Don't get me wrong. Like throw some braids in my hair, throw a wig on. But for the most part, I'm focusing on school and working. I don't have time for all that. So I feel like if you're gonna have a man that's about fashion, he gonna have to understand that you're gonna have your moments.
Yeah, you gonna have a few grind modes.
Yeah, a few times where it's just gonna be hard, baby. Your hair gonna be nappy, be the bees in the back. It's gonna be hard. Now, as long as you're not going out in public around his family looking crazy. I
Right, but
mean,
everybody should understand that grind mode
right?
too. Like,
It's
just only get my little bit
or
and I stand up.
everybody had a broke moment. Sometimes you just simply can't afford it.
That
And you
is
know
true.
what? It's crazy because I was at the point when I first, my relationship first started cooking off. I was at the brokest moment of my life. I was living with my father. I ain't had no car. Well, I had a car. I would look outside and say bye to it and jump in the lift. You remember them days? That's why you laughing at me. And literally, I would be on the phone, Mike, talking in my lift. You know what I'm saying? And I tell him like. I told him, I said, Mike, I can't really want this type of relationship if I don't have it. I didn't have a car, so why would I expect him to really have a car? And most women will argue with that, right? They will argue with that. They'll be like, well, if I ain't got no car, then he should at least have. No, sweetie, you can't have your expectations that high and you don't even have it. And I told you,
You'd be
like,
surprised how many people be like, well, I want
yeah.
to go on vacation. I want to do this and that. You're like, well, do you work, a certain amount
Do
of
you
hours
have
a week?
your
They
own
be
crib?
like, no, they don't work. They don't do nothing. Like, so
Yeah. Yeah. You
how
don't.
you expect to do that
How
then?
exactly? You don't even work, so I definitely understand that. So what about with kids? Because I have a stepson. Everyone, he is 12 years old. I've been in his life since he had literally like he was 7 years old when I met him. He had turned 8. I had gave him a little small birthday party. So that's how long I've been in his life. And he's 12. He's getting ready to be 13 now. And it's shocking me because I was the type of young woman that when I met him, I was only 22 years old. And imagine becoming a stepmom that young. Some women be like, oh, well, that ain't nothing. I was a mother at, such a young age. So a step parent ain't nothing. But imagine somebody like me who had siblings and only had siblings, never pushed the baby out. I have to be, now a mother figure slash, cause almost a big sister again. Cause, our age difference with me and him. I'm very young still. So how do you feel about women with kids? Like, you an uncle, you big brother, you uncle,
Uncle, daddy.
you uncle daddy. So how do you feel like if you had like if a woman approached you, she was everything that you wanted, like literally, because somebody could be listening to this podcast, ladies, y'all hear me right? So she had everything, the qualities that you want, the respect. She dressed nice, very beautiful. She has a child. Say for instance, her baby daddy is no longer here. You know,
He did.
but what if either he's dead or he's not even worried about her? He's on to his other life. You get what I'm saying? He's not around. He's just like one of them people that's just not. See what I'm saying? And maybe with the baby, it's like I'm gonna say baby, y'all, because I still call kids babies when they 15 years old. The child is 15 and less, whatever, because I know you're 30, so I got to go a little higher than me. Because I can't say, oh, the baby is 2.
I ain't gonna talk to her kid 15.
Yeah, I'm just saying if the baby is still a child.
I
Because
feel
sometimes it is like that. Sometimes you
as of
do
right
come
now,
across women that
yeah,
her baby father is
I
not
have
even.
my son.
He might take care of the baby, but far as with the relationship with her, it's just like, hey, how you doing? What's up? And he keep going. So
Seen
how
that.
would you? How would you like? Would you give her a chance at least? See what she about? You can't just say no because she got a child. I mean, life does happen. Life
For
happens.
the most part,
But you can be picky too because you don't have any kids. I'm sorry, ladies. I meant to put that out there too. Mike is not married and he doesn't have any kids. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm going because you can be picky.
Yeah.
Like I could, I could have did the same thing. But that's see.
It's like a hard thing because I have seen a few of them, like a few single mothers,
Mhm.
like they dad not in the kid life, and
Yeah.
I'm over there like,
Yeah.
I feel like if I was to do it, either she'd probably have to be just born, and the pops would like either have to be dead or doing life in jail.
Well, she
What?
can't just have a daddy. I mean, she got her daddy. Like I said, he could be married. Because in our situation, we just like, okay, well, we
Nah, I see.
cordial.
I'm really that selfish. Like only kids I feel like I will or should have to help take care of is my nieces and nephews.
Okay.
So
I mean, but you can do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people don't understand that when you do have a child, you can't sit there and want somebody with no kids. It's just not fair. Because just because you have a child, if that person, say, for instance, he's like, okay, well, you got a baby, why I can't have one? Like, you can't sit there and be picking nobody with no kids. I mean, not saying that it won't happen because there is a lot of women that have kids, more than one, and they get somebody with no kids.
yeah,
It is that situation. But I'm just saying, you don't want your standards so high that it's like, okay, this is almost impossible. you doing too much.
like that's what it's like the main thing I keep coming across. Like everybody's just having kids.
Yeah. But you remember you was talking about the economy. That'd be on another podcast, y'all. We'll bring Mike back. We'll talk about this economy and these babies and these, his feeling on, the abortions, and we'll get to that part. And I just, honestly, like I said, you don't have to settle. I do agree. I just don't like the fact that people be weird around certain relations. Like certain relations be weird. Like you and my boyfriend, y'all get along great. I don't like some women that I don't like nobody where they have this friend, because I came into my relationship with friends. Like I told him who my friends was. I said I got a friend D that I've been cool with since yay high. I got a friend Mike, he's my brother. And I said, shout out to Eric in Miami. I told him about him. I told him, like, I have these friends. Now, if you come in this relationship and you ain't had no friends and you pop up with some friends, I'm going to pop up with some friends. We're not going to do that. That's different. Yeah, because I'm like, I was honest with my friends. I'm like, here, this is the people I talk to all the time. I love them and they're going to be here. They family. So he just recently met my one friend, D from my auntie's birthday. And you met them too, the twins. Yep, the dreads. Yeah, well, one of them, D cut his dreads off. We ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah, so the two that was at the table, and I was been having to tell my boyfriend for many years, like, yeah, I have friends, and I want you to meet every single one of them.
Good thing about Joe, for instance, you never slept with him or did.
No, I have not. No, I have not. Yeah,
because
some women, yeah,
they male friends now, like, ooh,
yeah,
like, no,
he was a sneaky
talk
link.
about it, yeah.
It was just my thing.
50 of your got friends in your phone, we just friends. Like,
yeah, and one thing about that is like you got to be careful of these people out here, because some men are very envy. I know one girl I knew, she had a guy best friend, beautiful guy best friend. They was always cool. The moment she got into a relationship, she ain't hear from him no more. Exactly. And the thing is, we have to have communications in our friendships and relationships. We got to make people comfortable. So that's why I started bringing Mike around my whole family, because I don't want him to just be looking like, okay, number one, I don't know this dude. He don't know me. I wanted him to be comfortable. And that should have been this. But again, I was young. A lot of things was going on in my life. If nobody know, me and Mike live on two separate sides of the city. So I'm all the way over here. He all the way over there. He working. I'm working. I'm in school. So it never really had been a time where, how black people do stuff at the last minute. Oh, we barbecuing. Like just now. Like, so like they always do stuff at the last minute. They've been doing this holiday, been coming up for the whole year. And they tell you 15 hours beforehand. They don't even give you 24 hours. They do 15 hours, okay? 10. They do 10 hours, y'all. So literally, I just give people advice. That's what my podcast is. We talk about it, then we give advice. We leave advice. Women, if you have children out here and you seeking for a man, I just want to tell you, just focus on yourself. Focus on you. Build yourself up as best as you can. A man will come. He'll come, especially if you're a beautiful woman. Get in tune with
you got your
yourself.
morals and stuff lined up. Like, if all that stuff is, if you working on all that stuff and you got it, like a guy is gonna come.
He gonna come.
It's just that when we get there, we don't want y'all emotionally damaged.
And just know that, no relationship is gonna be perfect. So even if you didn't know something about yourself, when you get with that man, it's gonna come out. You probably didn't even know you was,
not, if you're not ready to hear the constructive criticism, I don't think you should be in a relationship.
No, because it's gonna come out.
Not ready to listen to that.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I also just want to say to the single man out there that's looking for a woman, again, focus on you. You can't be buying 50 million Jordans and ain't got no crib or pop the piston. You can't do that. You got to have, again, your morals, your priorities. You got to get yourself together. Don't be walking around here talking about you need a woman with 5-6 inch heels, Louis bag, hair, and you sitting around here looking like a bum. It just doesn't work like that, So whatever you are, who you attract.
You can't pitch and help her out when she on her bad day.
Exactly. So, and then another thing that I wanted to talk about is also keep your family out your business. That's very big in relationships. Keep your family. Stop going to your people telling them what's going on, because now they get this image about that man or woman in their head. This is how they're gonna treat them for the rest of their life. This is very important at the beginning of a relationship. And I'm gonna bring my boyfriend on in another podcast, and hopefully, I don't know when I'm gonna air this one, but hopefully he's already on and we can already clear all of that up. But keep personal business, the personal stuff that with family, keep that out your life, really. So I thank you, Mike. Did you want to shout out anybody? Did you want to? Because they're gonna be like, oh my God, Mike on the podcast. Did you have fun at your trip? Let's talk about your trip. You had a family trip recently.
New Orleans. We was down
New Orleans.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I went down there for my cousin's birthday.
Okay.
I went down Bourbon Street, French Quarters.
Okay. Shout out to everybody there. Bossability, because that's gonna be on the podcast. So okay, all right. Well, you're gonna be traveling again. Maybe you see somebody out of town. Okay.
For your graduation.
Okay, because John McQueen is gonna be graduating. So.
We'll probably be shooting somewhere else next year. We'll be traveling from now
I want to get on a boat. You want to try a boat?
Mm-hmm.
You want to do like a cruise?
Boat and the train.
Oh yeah, you ain't been on the train.
Boat down there in Florida.
No, just a cruise, like a regular cruise. Yeah, I always said I want to get married on a boat, and I want to do like a big, pretty thing just to save money, and we all get on there. I ain't gonna make my guests pay for that. That's me to y'all. Like, I'm getting married. Y'all just celebrate with me.
I got my vacation time and all that stuff now. So.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, well, I thank you for coming on. I hope this get around to your people as well as your friends and your family. I hope they find it in their heart to share and to get on their Spotify and click that, and get on my Instagram and click that. I'm gonna be talking about it on my TikToks and my Snapchats that you just recently got. Did you want to shout out any of your social media? Tell them where to get you at, all the single ladies.
I'm sorry. I really don't have social media.
You be on Facebook. Stop playing.
Snapchat, but that's really.
But you be on Facebook.
Right now.
You be on Facebook. He be on Facebook, y'all. So look, go ahead and follow my page if y'all haven't already. Follow my Facebook page. We all you gotta do is type in the Drama Queen for even in Instagram. I'll drop the link below. And from my page, y'all can go see Mike, because I'm definitely gonna tag him in this, y'all. So it ain't hard to tag him. So thank you so much, Mike, for coming through. I really appreciate you. Thank you. And y'all stay tuned, okay? You already know it's Drama Queen Radio. Luscious, I'm out.
This is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me. This is what I want y'all to do for me.
Finally coming to you live, Drama Queen on the rise, on time. Here we go, step back and let me flow. Count my blessings, that's real. Motivation is skill. Podcast, social media, YouTube. I hope a meal giving everybody cold like I got the chills. Trips across the world, no stress, just to chill. Laid back, feet up, grinding 24 with no sleep. I'm Lady Luscious and I'm here all week. Hey, so tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in with me. So tune in, so tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. Hey.